Alright, well, here I am in Cádiz, Spain. I'm just here for a quick work trip. And their claim to fame is that it is the longest continuously occupied city in all of Europe, Western Europe. I'll do some more research and put the facts down here below once I figure it out. Yeah, just an incredibly beautiful city. There's tight little streets everywhere and beautiful plazas and parks in between, and then a beautiful walled malecon or kind of walkway along the water all around the city. So super beautiful and really friendly people. Just an amazing city. Cádiz, with a history dating back over 3,000 years, and thus has always been an important maritime port and trading hub with its very strategic location as the gateway to the Atlantic. I was only here briefly for my job in the maritime industry, but the city still left a significant impression on me, and even with only a couple days you can get a good feel for the layout and the architectural highlights. Its origins can be traced back to the Phoenicians, who seem to keep popping up in the history of everywhere I've been to in the Mediterranean. So just who were these guys? In this video, I'm going to dive into their history a bit more before going back to Cádiz. The Phoenicians originated from the coastal region in the eastern Mediterranean, primarily in what is now Lebanon, around 2500 BCE. They were a Semitic-speaking people closely related to other ancient Semitic civilizations. The Semitic family of languages include Arabic and Hebrew, along with other various branches shown here. The Phoenicians were skilled sailors and shipbuilders, known for their sturdy vessels. Their expertise in navigation allowed them to establish trade routes throughout the Mediterranean Sea and beyond, reaching as far as the coasts of North Africa, Spain, Sicily, and even Britain. Some of their most notable city-states and trading hubs were Tyre, Sidon, and Byblos. One of their most important colonies, Carthage, located in modern-day Tunisia, would eventually rise to rival Rome many years later. One of the most significant cultural influences the Phoenicians made was the development of the Phoenician alphabet, consisting of 22 consonantal letters, which then served as the basis for several writing systems including Greek and ultimately the Latin alphabet we use today. On another small tangent, for someone who works around boats, I found the Phoenician contributions to boat building really fascinating. They used what has now come to be known as a Phoenician joint to construct wood plank vessels using a mortise, tenon, and dowel technique to lock the planks together. Examples of this technique have been found in vessels dating back to 1300 BC. They also came up with some of the first methods of caulking used between planks. Perhaps one of their greatest nautical inventions was the keel, often the first part of ship construction that begins to shape the vessel. Despite their commercial success, Phoenician city-states faced challenges from neighboring powers such as the Assyrians, Babylonians, and Persians. In the 6th century BC, many Phoenician cities fell under Persian control. Eventually, the rise of Alexander the Great and the expansion of Hellenistic influence, or the Greeks, in the region further diminished Phoenician autonomy. So that's kind of the Phoenicians in a nutshell, who seem to always be the first civilization in the long list of occupiers anywhere I've been to in the Mediterranean. Cádiz has come a long way since the Phoenicians founded it. After the Phoenicians, the city passed through the typical list of major players in the region, including the Phoenicians' offspring, Carthage, then the Romans, Byzantines, Visigoths, and Moors, all of whom played a part in shaping the area today. During the Age of Exploration, the city was home to the Spanish treasure fleet, where Spain could launch its square-rigged galleons on voyages to its colonies. Christopher Columbus famously set sail from Cádiz on 2 of his voyages. In 1812, Cádiz played a pivotal role in Spanish history as the site where the liberal Spanish Constitution, also known as La Pepa, Constitution, was promulgated. It was one of the earliest constitutions in Europe and symbolized the ideals of liberty and democracy. Because it was approved on the 19th of May, 1812, which is San Jose's Day, people started calling it La Pepa for the Pepe nickname that can go with Jose. It only lasted 2 years as King Ferdinand VII, aka El Rey Felon, or the Felon King, reclaimed his throne as absolute monarch, but it did serve as a model shortly thereafter for many subsequent constitutions, including Norway's, Portugal's, and Mexico's. The Plaza de España now has a monument built for the Constitution of 1812, and the longest bridge in Spain finished in 2015, which now pays homage to the Constitution, bearing the La Pepa nickname. Today, the tight streets in the interior of Old Town open up into plazas and open out along the perimeter to some nice views of beaches and the sea. One of the primary highlights is the cathedral, or officially Santa Cruz sobre el Mar, known for its distinctive golden dome. Another impressionable plaza is the Plaza de San Juan de Dios, with the old town hall where the flag of Andalusia was said to be raised for the first time.